year ends, we always say that we must have learned something new when each year passes by. So it can even be a very small thing, but still learning is very big. Learning is learning. No learning is too small, right? So is there any new learning that you happen to get through in this year in 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Yeah, speak about that. Hmm.
I learned many skills in badminton, ma'am, this year.
Badminton. Okay. So what are the skills to learn in badminton? Can you just name one or two?
Smashes,
Smashes. Okay. Oh.
forehand drives,
Hmm. Then?
forehand drops, backhand drops,
Okay. Hmm.
defense, ma'am.
Defense. Oh, okay. Okay. Very good. So do you play badminton very often?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So have you during your PT hours and all, do you get an opportunity to play badminton with your friends?
Not in school, ma'am, but I'm going to academy, ma'am.
Okay, you have joined an academy and you are learning. That's good. Okay, okay, very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, very good. Yes. What about Aradhana? Can you learn some? Can you just share some experiences from 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Uh, I learned more storybooks, ma'am.
Really? Oh, okay. So, what was that favorite storybook out of what you read?
Gulliver's Travel.
Ah, Gulliver's Travels. Okay, who wrote the book?
That I didn't see in my
Ah,
that is a big book. So I learned half only, ma'am, but I like the story.
you like story. There will be lot of Lilliputs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Gulliver's Travels was written by Jonathan Swift. Okay, have you read like what is that Robinson Crusoe? Have you read that?
Mm,
There is a book called Robinson Crusoe. These books are often read together, like Gulliver's Travels, Robinson Crusoe. These two books always go like a pair. Okay, whoever has read Gulliver's Travels, they will also come across this book also. Robinson Crusoe was written by Daniel Defoe. Okay, you can also try reading that book once you complete this Gulliver's Travels. Okay, very
okay, ma'am.
good. Okay, any other learnings from this year? Did you improve your communication skills? Let me ask that. Did you improve your communication skills, your speaking skills?
I feel like I have improved somewhat.
Very good. Is it Ilavarsi? Yeah.
Kavya, ma'am.
Kavya. Okay, Kavya. Very good. Okay, so what else did you get from this year? Anything fruitful. You can mention any good thing that happened in this year.
Actually, I can't read Tamil fluently, but now I'm reading it fluently because of reading more storybooks and some current affairs book.
Good, good, very good. Okay. So, getting fluency in a language is not very easy. It comes only with practice. Be it fluency in speaking or fluency in reading, both are important. Some people will be very fluent in speaking, but they will not be fluent in reading. For example, our class focuses on speaking English fluently. We focus on speaking, but reading is also very important, right? When your class teacher or some other teacher asks you to read a paragraph from the textbook, if you just keep on stammering, the teacher will get irritated and she will ask you, why are you not reading properly? So getting fluency in reading is as important as speaking fluency. Okay, very good, that's good. Okay, what about Gayatri? Gayatri, I forgot your name.
Ma'am, Santoshi, ma'am.
Santoshi, okay. Santoshi, how was 2024? What did you learn from this year?
Ma'am, this year is very interesting, ma'am. I
Hmm.
learned many things, spoken English, Hindi, handway, etc.
Hmm.
I love this year, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Okay, so the next year will also be a fruitful one for you. All the best. Okay, so
Okay.
what about Prasanna? Prasanna, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Yeah, what's your name? May I know your name?
Yeah, Prasanna is my name, ma'am.
Prasanna, okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Changalpadu district, ma'am.
Okay, what do you do?
Actually, I completed my diploma course and I'm looking for a job, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, how was 2024 for you, Prasanna?
For me, it was really very nice. Like actually, for the whole year, I spent by searching for a job,
Mm,
and it was like I'm also taking tuition for the primary class children.
mm.
So time goes by with children, ma'am, mostly. A good thing and all, we're doing only the home chores and all.
Okay. So, what was the subject in which you did diploma?
That is in medical, ma'am. Dialysis technician.
Okay, okay. So, definitely Chengalpet is in Chennai, right? Near Chennai, right?
It's near Chennai, ma'am. I'm just
Chennai.
looking for yes.
Yeah, I think your field has a lot of scope. So, you can try for some jobs in Chennai itself. Definitely, you can fetch a job. Okay.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward for that.
yeah, very good. So, all the best. Definitely, you will get a job into 2025. All the very best. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. Okay. And also happy to know that you are also a teacher. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Fine.
yes.
Okay. Yes. Was that Santoshi?
Ma'am, I like game making, ma'am.
Game making.
Yeah, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So, what types of games do you make?
Ma'am, I இப்ப ஜெர்ம் ஒரு கேம் ரோபோட் மூலமா மேக் பண்ணேன் மேம்.
Okay. So, is it through any? Is it through
மேம்
any app?
எஸ் மேம் கூகுள் ஒரு டாட் இன்ல மேக் பண்ணேன் மேம்.
Okay. Okay. So, once you make that game, what is the benefit? Can you play that game yourself?
எஸ் மேம். இப்ப நிறைய பேர் வந்து கில் பண்றதே கேமா பாக்குறாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி இல்லாம
Hmm. Hmm.
இப்ப நிறைய கடல்ல வாழ்ற அனிமல்ஸ வந்து கொல்றாங்களே பிளாஸ்டிக்ஸ் மூலமா.
Hmm.
அந்த பிளாஸ்டிக்ஸ ரிமூவ் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு வழியா அந்த கேம்ல காட்டியிருக்கேன் மேம்.
Okay, okay. So it's a kind of proving something like a scientific method, right?
எஸ் மேம்.
Okay, you are giving some idea to prevent the death of aquatic animals. Am I correct?
எஸ் மேம்.
Okay, okay. So it is not a game, but you are giving some scientific idea, correct?
யா மேம்.
Yeah, okay, okay, fine. That's also good. Nice. Okay, what about Farid? Farid, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Farid. What's your name? Farid.
Farid only, ma'am.
Farid, which class you're studying in?
Sixth C.
Sixth C. Okay. So how was 2024 for you?
Very.
Did you enjoy the year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What did you learn this year? Did you learn something this year?
No, ma'am.
No. Definitely you would have learned something. Maybe you don't remember. படிச்சிருப்பீங்க கண்டிப்பா ஞாபகம் இல்லையா இருக்கும் because
Yes, ma'am.
one year is see 1 year is 365 days 1 year now and this year how many days did we have
Is it
how many days
366, ma'am? It's a
366
leap year.
லீப் இயர்.
it's a leap year
எஸ் மேம்.
Leap year.
very good very good this is a leap year so we had 366 days so 366 daysல நான் ஒண்ணுமே படிக்கல அப்படின்னா definitely nobody will believe you definitely you would have learned something Farid okay maybe
Yes, ma'am.
you don't remember now அதனால அப்படி தோன்றுது கண்டிப்பா நீங்க எதா படிச்சிருப்பீங்க சரியா okay
Yes,
so
ma'am.
what is your favorite subject Farid
Biology, ma'am.
biology okay so do you score well in biology
For
do you score
99,
hmm?
99.
99 out of 100
Yes, ma'am.
very good so did you learn
Thank you, ma'am.
did you try getting the same score or maybe full score in some other subjects வேற
Full
ஏதாவது
score.
சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ்ல கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்கீங்களா இந்த வருஷம்
Yes, ma'am.
what are the subjects
Mm, mm, Geography.
Geography. Okay. So likewise, keep trying to score well in all the subjects. Okay.
Okay,
Very
ma'am.
good. All the best. All the best. Okay. So
Thank you.
right. Okay. So Lakshana, Lakshana, are you the Anita S? Okay, Anita S. Is that Lakshana? Anita S. Then Gopalakrishnan. Gopalakrishnan. Gopalakrishnan.
Ma'am, actually, your voice is breaking.
Okay. Okay. Let me check. Gopalakrishnan, are you there?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, signal problem, ma'am.
Okay. கேக்குதா என்னோட
ma'am,
வாய்ஸ் இப்போ கேக்குதா ம்
ma'am, I can hear your voice, but your voice is breaking.
Okay, let me check. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, Anita. Is that உங்க பேர் என்ன Anita?
ma'am, Lakshana, ma'am.
Lakshana. Yes, Lakshana, how was 2024 for you?
It was very interesting, and I have learned many things about chess. And I have won one game with one boy,
What game was that?
and I have not chess, ma'am. I played chess with one boy, and I win.
It's not wind. I won. I won. Okay, I
Okay,
won
ma'am,
the
I
game.
won the
Okay,
game.
win, past tense of win is won. Okay. Okay, very good. Then, what did you learn? Anything else apart from winning the game?
Yes, ma'am. I was learning many things about English class and grammar, and I have practiced by speaking English with my friends and teachers, and I have that's all, ma'am.
Very good, Kanna. Very good. Okay. So you are in 6th standard, right?
Fifth, ma'am.
5th standard only. Okay. So definitely next year will be a bit more fruitful for you because you are moving to 6th standard. So that will be a really good change because you are moving to secondary school. Till 5th standard it is primary. From grade 6 it is secondary, right?
Yes,
So that
ma'am.
will be really good. Okay. Good, good. All the best. Okay. What about Gopalakrishnan? Are you there? கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் இருக்கீங்களா? ஓகே. அண்ட் ரம்யா? ரம்யா சக்தி இருக்கீங்கன்னா ஜஸ்ட் மைக் ஆன் பண்ணலாம்.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what is your name?
Monita.
Monita. Okay, Monita, where are you from?
Trichy, ma'am.
Trichy. Okay, so Trichy, I visited Trichy in November and I went to Srirangam temple. Have you gone to that temple?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Srirangam temple is very large, no? My friend's wedding was at Srirangam. Yeah,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that time I visited in November I visited Srirangam. Okay, so in which class you are studying?
Third class.
3rd standard. Okay, so how was 2024 for you?
Nice, ma'am.
Okay, did you learn something new in this year?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
What did you learn?
Uh, I learned some grammar parts,
Okay, then
English subject.
English. Okay, then did you learn math?
Yes, ma'am. I
Very
learned.
good. You learned math. Okay, so did you learn tables?
Yes, ma'am. I know.
You know tables. Till what number do you know?
I know up to 10.
Very good. Till 10. Okay. Okay, I will ask you one question. What is 8 times 8? 8 into 8? 8 into 8 எவ்வளவு?
8, 8, 8, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8, 5, 40, 8, 6, 40, 8, 7, 4, 8, 4, 3, 8, 4, 3, 9.
See, she's counting. 8 times 8 எவ்வளவுடா?
8, 1, 8, 8, 2, 16,
5 2s
18,
are 16. English
8
class
3s
is
are
changed to math class.
8 1s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24, 8 4s are 32, 8 5s are 40, 8 6 are 48, 8 7s are 54, 8 4s are 63.
64. It is 64. Okay. 8 7s are 56. 8 8s are 64. Okay. Good. Good. Very good. You tried. Almost you are correct. Okay. Very good. Okay. So all the best. Okay. Good.
Thank
Good.
you.
Okay. You are Monita, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 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 So now it was very good interacting with you all. So Gopalakrishnan, are you there? இருக்கீங்களா? I think you are having some network issues சொன்னீங்களா? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. What's your name?
Gopalakrishnan, ma'am.
Gopalakrishnan. Okay, okay. Where are you from?
Ma'am, Virudhunagar district, Melathulangulam, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Gopalakrishnan, are you Tamil or Malayalam? நீங்க தமிழா மலையாளமா? பேர் எனக்கு கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் அப்படின்னா நிறைய
Tamil,
மலையாளிஸ் தமிழ் ஓகே மலையாளிஸ் நிறைய அந்த நேம் வச்சு கேட்டிருக்கேன் அதனால தான் ஓகே ஓகே ஸோ இன் விச் கிளாஸ் யூஆர் ஸ்டடிங்ப்பா
10th, ma'am.
10th. Oh, very good. So how was the last year for you? I mean, how was 2024 for you?
Ma'am, it is nice, ma'am.
Okay. So can you share some special moments in 2024?
Yes, ma'am. I won the kabaddi match, ma'am.
Oh, you won the kabaddi match? Good, very good. Okay. So anything else? How are your classes going?
Good, ma'am.
Good. Okay. So when is your board exam starting?
Ma'am, 28th, ma'am. March 28th.
March 28th. Okay. So prepare well. All the best. Today is 29th, right? Okay. So December, January, February, March. Correcta 3 months இருக்கு எக்ஸாம்க்கு இல்லையா?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
So all the very best. Prepare well. Okay. Expecting good results from you. All the
Okay.
best.
Thank.
Okay. So fine. So that was a good interaction with you all. So I think now we can just move to this part, questions and types. Okay. So in the last class we discussed what are the three types of questions, right? So there are basically three types of questions in English. They are called the WH questions, yes or no questions, or and the tag questions. So WH questions, yes or no questions, and the tag questions. So what are WH questions? They are questions that begin with any WH question word. So WH questions now, these are words, these are questions that begin with a WH word or a WH question word. So WH questions are called open-ended questions. WH questions க்கு இன்னொரு நேம் இருக்கு. They are called open-ended questions. Why? Because if I ask you a question, a WH question, for example, I am asking all of you, where are you from? Right? Whenever I call a name, I am asking to the new students, where are you from? Leah. So if I ask this question, where are you from? Am I getting the same answer from all the students in the class?
No, ma'am. The
No,
answers would be different.
the answer differs from person to person. So one person tells that I am from Chennai, one person tells I am from Chengalpet, one tells that I am from Kanchipuram, one tells that I am from Virudhunagar. It goes on like that. So there is no proper ending answer to this question. There is no proper end answer to this question. That is the reason WH questions are called open-ended questions. Okay, because there is no specific answer. It keeps on varying from person to person. Okay, so WH questions begin with WH question words. How many question words are there in English? How many question words are there?
14, ma'am.
14. Very good. 14 question words are there. Actually, it was 9 only, but from 9 we also get 5 extra and totally it becomes 14 question words. Then the next type of question is yes or no questions. Yes or no questions are the most easiest questions to ask as well as to answer. Why? Because the answer for these questions will either be a yes or a no. For example, do you like coffee? If I ask you like that, if you like coffee, you will tell yes. If you don't like, you will tell no. So these questions are easy to ask and easy to answer also. Okay, so that is what we discussed in the last class. Today we are going to check what is meant by tag questions. Tag question is the third type that you will be studying today. And in tag questions, you will use question tags. So how many of you have heard this word question tags? Just raise your hands. Question tags அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு டாபிக் எத்தனை பேர் கேட்டிருக்கீங்க கிராமர்ல? I think 8th standardலேருந்து இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு இது தெரியணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Okay, Aradhana knows. Fine. Have you studied this, Aradhana? This year?
Yes, ma'am. In fifth standard, I studied this, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay. So, Gopalakrishnan, do you have question tags this year to study?
No, ma'am.
Illa. Ungalku illaya? Okay. So, in Kerala and all, we have question tags in 10th standard. That's why I asked you. Okay. So, definitely question tags is an important topic that you will learn during your school days. I don't know
Today
in
my
which class.
brother asked about this question to me, ma'am.
Okay,
For
okay.
his exam, I was checking the phone and explaining him.
Okay, okay. So question tags is really an unavoidable topic when it comes to grammar, and you will learn this in any one of the grades in your schooling. Either you will learn it in grade 6 or grade 5, and mostly they will be asking some complicated questions only from grade 8. Okay, so tag questions are nothing but it's a type of question which will not look like a question at all. டேக் கொஷின்ஸோட ஒரு பெக்யூலியாரிட்டி என்னதுன்னா, இப்போ WH கொஷின்ஸ்னா பார்த்தாலே அது ஒரு கொஷின்னு நமக்கு தெரியும். எஸ் ஆர் நோ கொஷின்ஸ்னா இஃப் வி லுக் அட் தட் சென்டென்ஸ் இட் செல்ஃப் வி கேன் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் தட் இட் இஸ் அ கொஷின். பட் டேக் கொஷின்ஸ் ஆர் நாட் லைக் தட். They will be in the form of a statement. First a statement will be given. After giving that statement, one kind of confirmation question will come. That is called question tag. It is that question
Yes, ma'am.
tag. Yes, it is that question tag that converts the statement completely into a question. So types of questions are divided into 3 as WH questions, yes or no questions, and tag questions. And in tag questions you are using question tags. All right. So we just discussed this one in the previous class. This is just a kind of revision. Just check the list of question words. Okay. So what, which, where, when, why, who, whose, whom, and how. These are the basic 9 question words in English. They are called WH questions because WH question words because all of them begin with WH, WH, WH. Right? What, which, where, when, why, who, whose, whom. But how alone comes without W. Howla mattum W illa. The rest of the question words begin with WH. Okay, after how you can see some more questions like how many, how much, how long, how far, and how often. So including these 5 questions, we totally count that there are 14 question words in English. Initially it was only 9. We studied that there are only 9 question words. But from how we can form 5 more questions, and finally we get 9 plus 5, 14 question words. Okay, so what are those additional 5 questions? How many, how much, how long, how far, and how often. How many is used with countable nouns. Anything that can be counted is called a countable noun, and how many is used only with countable nouns. Okay, can you give me an example for an example question with how many?
How many books do you
How
have?
many bottles in there?
Okay, how many books do you have, and what was the second one?
How many bottles in there?
How many bottles are there? Okay, how many bottles are there? Very good. Now the next one is how much. How much is used only with uncountable nouns. For example, how much money do you have? For example, money, as I have told you in the previous class, money is actually uncountable noun. Though we can count money, it is an exception in English that we have to consider it as an uncountable noun. Apart from money, there is also another quantity, which is
Stars. Can we use stars?
stars is uncountable. Very good. Stars is
Clock.
uncountable. Sorry?
Clock.
Clock is countable. You can count the number of clocks. If you go to a clock shop, you can definitely count the number of clocks, right? Apart from money, money இல்லாம வேற ஒரு countable noun, uncountable noun ஒன்று இருக்கு. அதை கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியும், இருந்தாலும் அது uncountable சொல்றது வந்து time. Money and time. Okay, we can count time, we can count money, but still we consider them as uncountable nouns only. For example, how much time do you have for the exam, or how much money do you have in the pocket? So this is how you ask questions. So money and time are uncountable nouns, please remember that. Okay, so I want two questions using how much.
How much books do you have?
How much time?
How much stars you can see in the sky?
One at a time, one at a time, one at a time.
How much?
Yes,
How
go
much
ahead.
stars? Yes, ma'am. How much stars you can see in the sky, and how much time will you take to complete this work?
Okay, how much time do you take to complete this work? Okay, fine. So next, who want to answer next? Please raise your hands and come forward. Next யாருக்கு சொல்லணுமோ உங்க hand raise பண்ணிட்டு வரலாம். You know how to raise hands, right? அந்த ஒரு symbol இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த hand ஓட symbol இருக்கு, அதுதான் Google Meetல. Or you can also unmute and speak, but ஒவ்வொருத்தரா சொல்லுங்க, ஏன்னா எல்லாருமா சொன்னா I cannot hear anything clearly. Okay, so Lakshana. Okay, Lakshana wants to tell. After Lakshana, I will call Farid.
How much pencils do you have in your pencil box?
How much pencils னு சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க, how many pencils னு தான் சொல்லுவாங்க. இப்பதான் நான் சொன்னேன் many pencil. Is pencil a countable noun or uncountable noun?
Countable.
Countable noun.
Countable na you should use how many. Uncountable க்கு தான் how much.
Yes.
அப்ப try another example.
How much water is there in a glass?
Very good. How much water is there in the glass? Okay, that is good. Yes, Kavya, do you want to answer?
Yes, ma'am. How much milk did you get yesterday?
How much? I didn't understand.
Milk did you get yesterday?
Okay, okay. Now Farid.
How much water you get?
How much water?
You get.
How much water will you get? Elena, do you get? Okay.
Okay.
How much water do you get? Okay. எவ்வளவு தண்ணி கிடைக்கும்? அப்ப எவ்வளவு தண்ணி கிடைக்கும்னா how much water do you get? Okay. Next is for who is that? Gayatri? Santoshi, yeah?
How much the rate of this dress?
Your voice is breaking. Can you please repeat?
How much the rate of this dress?
How much is the rate
Ma'am,
of this
rate
dress?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. How much is the rate of this dress? Very good. Or instead of rate, you can also ask cost. How much is the cost of this dress? Okay, very good.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Who wants to answer now? Entertainment. What's your name? Entertainment. யார் அது? உங்க நேம் சொல்லுங்க. Unmute your mic.
Yakshini.
Yakshini, where are you from?
I'm from Thorayur.
Thorayur. Okay. So, can you give an example for how much?
How many apples in that table?
How many apples are there in the table? Okay, for how much? I'm asking for how much.
How much? Okay, ma'am. How much stars in the sky?
How much stars are there in the sky? Okay, but we don't ask like that generally. How many stars are there in the sky? That is the correct answer actually. Actually,
Okay,
when Soundarya also answered this, no, when you just check it, those stars are countless. That is very correct. Stars are countless. But we cannot use the word how much. How much stars do you see? In some cases, they tell that how much stars is correct. But most of the times when we find it in some books or in story books or somewhere, no, நீங்க பார்த்திருப்பீங்க how many stars னு தான் கேட்டிருப்பாங்க. How much stars னு கேட்டிருக்க மாட்டாங்க. ஓகேயா? அப்போ அதனால என்ன நமக்கு வந்து ஸ்டார்ஸ் இஸ் அன்கவுண்டபிள். இப்போ நமக்கு தெரியாது ஒரு இதில் இப்போ என்ன சொல்கிற ஸ்கையில் எவ்வளோ ஸ்டார்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு நமக்கு சம்டைம்ஸ் we cannot count it. I agree with that. பட் ஸ்டார்ஸை வந்து இப்போ எப்படி நம்ம டைமும் மணியும் வந்து கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்னாலும் we consider it as uncountable, right? அதே மாதிரி ஸ்டார்ஸ் வந்து அன்கவுண்டபிள் ஆனாலும் நம்ம அதை how manyன்னு தான் வச்சு கேட்போம்.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Okay. So who wants to answer? Aradhana? Yes, Aradhana, do you want to try?
You?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Make it fast. Yeah. What's your
How much?
question?
How much liters of oil are there in the oil field?
How much liters of oil are there in the oil
Field.
field?
Yes, ma'am.
What is oil field? Oil field na என்னது? அப்படி ஒரு
Oil digging place, ma'am. Oil digging place, ma'am.
ஆயில் டிக்கிங் பிளேஸா? ஆயில் டிக்கிங் பிளேஸ்க்கு ஆயில் ஃபீல்டுன்னு சொல்ல மாட்டாங்கடா. அது வந்து ஆயில் டிக்கிங் பிளேஸ்ன்னு சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க் லைக் திஸ், ஹவு மச் லிட்டர்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆயில் ஆர் தேர் இன் த கேன், இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது கேட்கலாம். ஓகே, ஹவு மச் லிட்டர்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆயில் ஆர் தேர் இன் த கேன் ஆர் இன் த டேங்க் ஆர் இன் த பாட்டில், சம்திங் லைக் தட். ஓகே. Okay, fine. So this is how we form sentences using how many and how much. Next is how long. How long is used to show a measurement. Basically how long வந்து we used to ask for a measurement. For example, if you are going to a textiles and you are buying some cloth material for stitching your uniform or stitching a skirt or stitching some kurti, let it be anything. Okay, so if the shopkeeper, if the salesman is measuring that cloth, you can ask how long is the measure of the cloth. So he will tell, this is 1 meter or this is 1.5 meters or 2 meters or 2.5 meters. He will give you the right measurement. Okay, and how long is also used to show some distances. For example, how long is the school from the post office, or how long is your house from the school. Okay, it is also used to show distances. Now coming to how far. How far is
Ma'am, can we use how long for representing the time?
Yeah, that is also possible. So how long will you sit in the class? Okay, you can
Yes,
ask
ma'am.
like this, how long will you be writing this paper, how long will you be writing your exam. It means that
Yes, ma'am.
இன்னும் எவ்வளோ நேரம் நீ உட்கார்ந்துட்டு எக்ஸாம் எழுதிட்டு இருப்ப. It is also used to show a duration. Very good.
Ma'am, I
Yes,
will tell,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, yes, Farid.
How long you live this in this country?
How long will you live in this country? Okay, how long
Yes, ma'am.
will you
How long will you get ready for the party?
how long will you live in this country. Very good. Next, Kavya.
How long will you get ready for the party?
How long will you get ready for the party? Okay, that's good. Yes, Yakshini.
How long will the counter last? Conduct
How long?
last.
How long will the counter?
CONCRT. Conduct last.
How long will the conduct last? CONDUCT. Conduct.
Ma'am, I will tell, ma'am.
ஒரு நிமிஷம், one by one. We will go one by one. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
What is by conduct? I didn't understand it. How long will the conduct na என்ன மீன் பண்றீங்க? Can you tell that in Tamil?
Not right. Any guess?
She has left the meet. Okay, Farid. Yes, give the example, please.
Wait, ma'am. How long you work at your job?
How long will you work? Okay, how long will you work at your job?
Okay, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, okay. Yes. So, Farid, you switch off your mic, okay? ஆன்சர் பண்ணியாச்சுன்னா நீங்க உங்க மைக்கை ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கலாம். சரியா? ஆன்சர் பண்ணும்போது மைக்கை ஸ்விட்ச் ஆன் பண்ணி பேசுங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் ப்ளீஸ் ஸ்விட்ச் ஆஃப் யுவர் மைக்.
Okay, ma'am.
ஓகே. எஸ், ஹூ வாஸ் த என்டர்டெயின்மெண்ட்? உங்க பேர் என்ன? யாக்ஷினி. யாக்ஷினி, என்ன நீங்க மீன் பண்ணீங்கன்னு எனக்கு புரியல ஆக்சுவலி. என்ன கண்டக்ட்னா என்ன அங்க மீன் பண்றீங்க?
No, ma'am, any guessing the
Guessing. Okay, இல்லை how long will the conduct be na conduct of what என்ன இப்போ how long will the exam be conducted இல்லை how long the program will be conducted அப்படி கேட்டால் there is a meaning. சும்மா
Yes,
கண்டக்ட்னு
ma'am.
மட்டும் சொன்னா அங்க ஒரு என்ன கண்டக்ட் பண்றாங்க என்ன ஹாஸ்ட் நடத்துறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது
Program. Any
program. Okay,
program.
okay, so how long will the program be conducted? Okay, how
Okay,
long
ma'am.
will the program be conducted? Okay, so this is
Okay,
how.
ma'am.
Okay, good. So how long, how far is also used to show a distance. As I told you, how far is the place from your house? How far is the theater from the beach? How far is the
Yes,
theater from
ma'am.
the shopping mall? A lot of examples can be framed like this. Now moving to the last one, how often? How
Okay,
often?
ma'am.
Yeah, so how often அப்படிங்கிறது it is a question word which is used to show a frequency. Frequency அப்படின்னா நான் இது previous classல சொல்லியிருந்தேன், but I just wanted to repeat this for those who have not attended the last class. For example,
Okay.
imagine that you go to library. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
some students will go to library every day. Some people they will go to library every day and they will read a book, they read something in the library.
Yes,
Some
ma'am.
people will go once in 2 weeks. I mean, some people will go twice in a week. ஒரு வாரத்திலேயே 2 times, twice in a week.
Yes,
Some
ma'am.
people will go only once in a week. Some will go only once in a month. Okay, இப்போ ஒவ்வொருத்தர் ஒவ்வொரு frequencyல போவாங்க. So if
Yes,
I
ma'am.
ask you the question, how often do you go to library அப்படின்னு நான் கேட்டேன்னா, நீ
Yes,
எப்போல்லாம்
ma'am.
லைப்ரரி விசிட் பண்ணுவ, எப்போல்லாம் லைப்ரரி போவேன்? இப்போ சிலவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க நான் மந்த்லி ஒன்ஸ் தான் போவேன், சிலவங்க
Yes,
சொல்லுவாங்க
ma'am.
நான் மந்த்லி ட்வைஸ் போவேன், சிலவங்க நான் டெய்லி போவேன். ஸோ ஈச் பர்சன்ஸ் ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி சேஞ்சஸ் ஃப்ரம் பர்சன் டு பர்சன், ரைட்?
Yes,
அதுக்கு
ma'am.
தான் வந்து ஹவ் ஆஃபன் அப்படிங்கிற கொஸ்டின் வேர்டு யூஸ் பண்ணுறது.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so for example, you can say how often do you go to temples? That is the question I have given on the screen. How often do you go to temples? For example, I go to temples once in a week because
Yes, ma'am.
I am working, I have to take classes, I have to prepare notes. So I don't get time to go to temples every day. So I go only once in a week. Mostly on Saturdays or Sundays I will go. Okay,
Okay,
so
ma'am.
இதுதான் என்னோட frequency. But there are people who go to temples every day. Yeah, அப்போ
Yes, ma'am.
frequency, so
Daily.
my, yeah, so my frequency changes from that another person's frequency.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
this is how we have to ask the question to know one person's frequency by using the question word how often. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
fine, very. So
Thank
now,
you.
welcome. So how often is completed. So next we told about yes or no questions. So yes or no questions are also called the easiest questions to ask and answer. And how to form a yes or no question. The structure is very, very important. So when you are forming a yes or no question, keep this structure in mind. Auxiliary verb plus subject plus verb plus object. You already know that subject plus verb plus object is the standard format of a sentence. It is the standard pattern of a sentence in English. Before that subject, just you are adding one verb, that is auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verb plus subject plus verb plus object or some other information. This is the structure of a yes or no question. So for example, here you can see, did you call me? Did you call me? So here you can see, did is the auxiliary verb. Did is an auxiliary verb. You is the subject. Call, call is the verb. And me is the object. So did you call me? This is a perfect yes or no question. Okay, so any yes or no question can be formed using this format. Auxiliary plus subject plus verb plus object. Alright, so for example, you can see some questions. Yeah. Do you like English? Does your sister live in Mumbai? Can his parents speak English? Are you okay? Is this your pen? So here you can see, do you like English? So do is an auxiliary verb, you is the subject, like is the verb, English is the object. Then does is again an auxiliary verb. Your sister together you should take it as a subject. The சேர்த்தி ஒரு subject எடுக்கணும். Live is the verb, in Mumbai is the object. Can his parents speak English? Can is the auxiliary verb. his parents, avanuடைய parents, his parents is the subject, speak is the verb, English is the object. Are you okay? Here you will find that there is one exception. Are is the auxiliary, you is the subject, but there is no verb here. Okay is also, it is also not a verb, it is not an object also. So that is simply a kind of adverb. So are you okay? So questions like this are also possible. Then, is this your pen? So is the auxiliary. This is again, we don't know what this is actually. This is, it's actually a determiner. This is a determiner. Your pen is the subject. There is no verb or object. So the fourth and fifth questions are somewhat different from the structure that we studied. நம்ம படிச்ச ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஃபாலோ பண்றது வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 3 சென்டென்சஸ் தான். ஆனா அந்த actually please switch off your mic. Okay, இப்போ இந்த fourth and fifth examples வந்து structure 100% follow பண்றதில்ல. இருந்தாலும் they are also yes or no questions only. Because there are some questions which can be formed in this method as well. Okay, so this is all about the first two types of questions, that is WH questions and yes or no questions. So now we have to look at the third type, that is question tag questions. So question tags or tag questions is very interesting, but you have to follow certain rules. You should follow some rules to get the proper question tag. So let's see first of all what are question tags. Okay, so question tags are short usages used to ask questions after a statement. As I told you, இந்த question tags எப்படி நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்னா, tag questions அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து நார்மலா ஒரு question மாதிரி இருக்காது பார்க்கறதுக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்து அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு கோமா போட்டு ஒரு question tag இருக்கும். இந்த question tagக்கு அப்புறம் தான் வந்து question மார்க்கே வரும். இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்ல போனா, you like coffee, don't you? உனக்கு காஃபி பிடிக்கும் இல்லையா? Or I can ask, you don't like coffee, do you? உனக்கு காஃபி பிடிக்காது, பிடிக்குமா? Do you? Okay, so these are also a kind of questions, but I'm not asking them directly. The questions are not asked directly in front of you. I'm indirectly asking you whether you like coffee or not. So question tags are short usages used to ask questions after a statement. Instead of asking questions directly, we frame questions followed by question tags. Then, what are the parts of a question tag? How many words are there in a question tag? That is very important to be known. Question tags contain an auxiliary verb and a subject. So, what are the two parts of a question tag? One is an auxiliary verb and the other one is a subject. Subject is he, she, it, I, you, they, we, etc. And there will be one auxiliary verb also. We have studied 27 auxiliary verbs. அதில் எந்த auxiliary verb வேணாலும் வரலாம். Okay. The verb in the question tag will have the same tense and number as the verb in the statement. இப்போ question tag அப்படிங்கும்போது நான் சொன்னேன் ஒரு auxiliary verb இருக்கணும், ஒரு subject இருக்கணும். இந்த டேக்ல கொஸ்டின் டேக்ல நான் யூஸ் பண்ற வேர்ப் வந்து எந்த டென்ஸ்ல இருக்கணும், ப்ரெசன்ட் டென்ஸ்லயா இல்ல பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ்லயா ஃபியூச்சர் டென்ஸ்லயா அப்படிங்கிறது தெரியணும்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டை ரீட் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் எந்த டென்ஸ்ல இருக்கு? ப்ரெசன்ட் டென்ஸ்ல இருக்குன்னா கொஸ்டின் டேகும் ப்ரெசன்ட் டென்ஸ்ல தான் இருக்கணும். இஃப் த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இஸ் இன் பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ், த கொஸ்டின் டேக் should also be in past tense. And if it is in future, then the tag should also be in future. ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் என்ன டென்ஸோ அதே டென்ஸ்லையும் அதே நம்பர்லையும் தான் வந்து கொஸ்டின் டேகும் வரணும். நம்பர் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் சிங்குலரா ப்ளூரலா, அது தான் நம்பர் அப்படிங்கிறது. ஸோ த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரூல் while forming question tags is the verb in the question tag will have the same tense and number as the verb in the statement. Now moving to the second rule. In a sentence, this is the most important rule. In a sentence, if the statement is positive, the question tag will be negative and vice versa. That is, ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்து ஒரு கொஸ்டின் டேக் எழுத சொல்லும்போது ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து பாசிட்டிவா நெகட்டிவான்னு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யூ மஸ்ட் பி ஏபிள் டு ஐடென்டிஃபை. இப்போ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து பாசிட்டிவா இருக்கு. யூ நோ ஹவு டு ஐடென்டிஃபை பாசிட்டிவ் அண்ட் நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்சஸ், ரைட்? ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ் பாசிட்டிவா நெகட்டிவான்னு பார்த்து எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் தெரியும் இல்லையா? எஸ் ஆர்
Yes, ma'am.
எஸ்.
Yes, ma'am.
நோ நாட்னெல்லாம் வந்ததுன்னா அது நெகட்டிவ் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டாக மாறிடும். ஓகே, நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி நெகட்டிவ் பாசிட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸ் நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸ் படிச்சிருக்கோம். ஸோ இஃப் அ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இஸ் பாசிட்டிவ், the question tag will be negative. And if the statement is negative, naturally the question tag will be positive. அதான் vice versa னு கொடுத்திருக்கேன். Okay, now the third rule, the subject of the statement can be a noun or a pronoun. ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் அப்படிங்கும்போது அதில் சப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து நவுனும் வரலாம் ப்ரொனவுனும் வரலாம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நேம்ஸ் லைக் சௌந்தர்யா, காயத்ரி, ஆராதனா, யக்ஷினி, இந்த மாதிரி நேம்ஸும் வரலாம். இல்லை ஹீ, ஷீ, இட், ஐ, யூ, தேவி, அந்த மாதிரியும் வரலாம். சப்ஜெக்ட் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டில் சப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து நவுனும் ஆகலாம் ப்ரொனவுனும் ஆகலாம். பட் the question tag will never consist a noun. The question tags will never consist a noun. Nouns get changed into pronouns in question tags. So for example, யாக்ஷினி அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு வேர்டு நான் கொஸ்டின் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டில் யூஸ் பண்ணுறேன்னா அதை டேகில் எழுதும்போது நான் யாக்ஷினின்னு எழுதினா that is wrong. I have to convert it into a pronoun. So யாக்ஷினி is a girl. So I will convert the word into the pronoun she. இப்போ ராகுல் அப்படின்னு ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட்னா ராகுல் has to be converted to he. Likewise. So the question tag will never contain a noun. It always gets changed into pronouns in tags. Okay. Now moving to the next rule. The subject in a statement can be a pronoun. இப்போ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டில் ஆல்ரெடி இருக்கிற சப்ஜெக்டே ப்ரொனவுனாக தான் இருக்குன்னா then you can use the same pronoun in the question tag. இப்போ நவுன் கொடுத்தா தான் நவுனை ப்ரொனவுனாக சேஞ்ச் பண்ண வேண்டி வருது. இப்போ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்லேயே ப்ரொனவுன் தான் வருதுன்னா ப்ரொனவுனாகவே வச்சுக்கலாம். ஓகே, நவ் த ஃபிஃப்த் ரூல், in the absence of an auxiliary verb in the statement. இப்போ ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டில் auxiliary verb இல்லைன்னா அப்போ நமக்கு கொஸ்டின் டேக்கில் கண்டிப்பாக we need one auxiliary verb. கொஸ்டின் டேக்னாலே 2 பார்ட்ஸ் தான். ஒன்று ஒரு auxiliary verb இருக்கணும், ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்கணும். அந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ரொனவுனாக இருக்கணும்னு சொன்னோம். இப்போ ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டில் ஆக்சிலரி வேர்பே இல்லை, அப்போ நான் டேக்ல எங்கேருந்து ஆக்சிலரி வேர்பு எந்த ஆக்சிலரி வேர்பை எடுத்து எழுதுவேன்னா இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்லேருந்து தானே இவ்வளோ நேரம் நான் எடுத்து எழுதிட்டு இருந்தேன். அப்போ எனக்கு இனிமேல் புது ஆக்சிலரி வேர்பு நான் எங்கேருந்து போய் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? யூ ஹாவ் அ சொல்யூஷன். இஃப் தேர் இஸ் நோ ஆக்சிலரி வேர்ப் இன் த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட், யூ கேன் யூஸ் எனி ஆஃப் தீஸ் 3 ஆக்சிலரி வேர்ப்ஸ். எதெல்லாம் பார்த்தா டூ, டஸ் and did. Do, does and did. இந்த மூணுல ஏதாவது ஒன்று சூஸ் பண்ணி எழுதிக்கலாம். இப்போ எனக்கு இஷ்டத்துக்கு எது வேணாலும் எடுத்து எழுதலாமா? அப்படியா? நோ நோ, அப்படி இல்லை. சிங்குலர் சப்ஜெக்ட்னா டஸ் எடுக்கிறது, ப்ளூரல் சப்ஜெக்ட்னா டூ எடுக்கிறது, பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ் ஆனா டிட் எடுக்கிறது, அந்த மாதிரி. If you start doing some questions, you will understand that. Now moving to the last rule. While writing question tags, we use a comma to separate the statement from the question tag. Question tags எழுதும்போது எப்பவுமே ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் முடிஞ்சு ஒரு கோமா போட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் question tag எழுதணும். And finally, question tags end with a question mark. Question tags எப்படி end ஆகும்? It ends with a question mark. So this is called a tag question. Okay, the question mark போட்டா முடிஞ்சது. This is a tag question அப்படின்னு நமக்கு சொல்லலாம். Alright, so this is all about question tags. Just உங்களுக்கு ஒரு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்காக, why use questions? எதுக்காக question tags நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம்? நமக்கு WH questions இருக்கு, yes or no questions இருக்கு, அப்புறம் எதுக்கு இந்த tag questions? Question tags are used to seek a confirmation for the statements that we express, instead of directly asking a question in the form of a yes or no question. இப்போ டைரக்டா இப்போ do you like coffee அப்படின்னு கேட்கறதுக்கு ஒரு எஸ் ஆர் நோ கொஸ்டின் தானே இது. do you like coffee அப்படின்னு கேட்கறதுக்கு பதிலா you are asking confirmation by giving a statement. you like coffee, don't you? இல்லைனா you don't like coffee, do you? அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம கன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கேட்குற மாதிரி, இல்லையா ஆமாவா இல்லையா அப்படின்னு கேட்குற மாதிரி. ஸோ கொஸ்டின் டேக்ஸ் ஆர் a kind of asking questions indirectly to the person. to whom you are asking. It is not like yes or no questions. So that is the reason we consider this part to be an important task in forming questions. Okay, so this is one activity. முடியும்னா இன்னைக்கு இந்த activity மட்டும் பண்ணலாம். Complete the statements using question tags from the box. So we have 8 questions. Options are also given. Okay, so one by one answer பண்ணுங்க. Okay, raise your hands and come forward to answer. எல்லாருமே unmute பண்ணி சொன்னீங்கன்னா எனக்கு கேட்காது. Okay, so the first question goes here. You are Kajol's sister dash. Yes, Yakshini. Yes, who wants to answer?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, Soundarya.
You are Kajol's sister, aren't you?
Very good. Aren't you? So, எப்படி aren't you வந்தது அப்படின்னா?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Do you want to explain how?
Yes, ma'am. Shall I?
Yeah.
In the statement, the auxiliary verb are is given, so we have to use aren't. Auxiliary verb aren't in the question tag.
And the subject is?
Subject is Kajol.
No, subject is you.
You, yes, ma'am, sorry. You is the subject and Kajol's sister is the object.
Object, very good. So, you are Kajol's sister. அப்ப நம்ம question tags பார்க்கும்போது object நம்ம பார்க்க வேண்டிய தேவையில்லை. Subject verb மட்டும் பார்த்தா போதும். Okay. So, you are Kajol's sister. அப்படிங்கும்போது first நம்ம என்ன பார்க்கணும்னா statement வந்து பாசிட்டிவா நெகட்டிவான்னு first பார்க்கிறது. Is this a positive statement or negative statement?
Positive statement.
Of course, this is positive. So, you are Kajol's sister அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு positive statement ஆனதுனால definitely the tag will be negative. நம்ம சொல்லியிருக்கோம், if the statement is positive, the question tag should be negative சொல்லியிருக்கோம். அப்போ negative question tagனா R ஓட negative form என்னது? Aren't. Aren't. First auxiliary verb போட்டுடணும். Aren't. அப்புறம் subject பார்க்கறது. Subject என்னது இங்க? You. அப்போ aren't you. Aren't you. Okay, இங்க you-ஆவே எடுத்து எழுதணும். ஏன்னா இங்க noun கிடையாது, pronoun தான் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. You is a pronoun. அப்ப அப்படியே அந்த you எடுத்து இங்க தூக்கி எழுதினா போதும். Aren't you? அவ்வளவுதான். Okay, now the next one. It is cold today, comma, dash.
Isn't, ma'am?
Isn't it? Very good, very good. Isn't it? So, is ஓட negative form isn't and it is it. அப்படியே தான், அதுல no change. Isn't it? Okay, we will do 2 more questions and we'll wind up. Okay. The next one, she is Mohit's friend, dash. Yes, Mohita, do you want to try?
Ma'am, it's not she.
Isn't she? Yes, isn't she? Very good. Is oda negative form isn't and she அப்படியே எழுதணும். But isn't she? Yes. The last one, Jalsa and Priya were at the party, dash.
Weren't they?
Who is answering? Yes, Kavya.
Weren't they?
Weren't they? Very good. Weren't they? Because இங்க were ஓட negative வந்து weren't. Jalsa and Priya அப்படிங்கிறது noun இல்லையா? அது noun. அப்ப நமக்கு weren't, Jalsa and Priya அப்படின்னு எழுத முடியாது. Tagல வந்து nouns வரக்கூடாது. அப்ப Jalsa and Priyaனா அங்க 2 பேர் சொல்றாங்க. அப்ப plural. Subject is plural. அப்ப change it into plural pronoun. They. Okay, very good. ஒரு question கூட பார்த்து wind up பண்ணலாம். Lakshana, you can try this. Jack was ill yesterday.
Wasn't he?
Super. Wasn't he? Very good. Wasn't he? Okay, very good. So, we will continue 6, 7 and 8 in the next class. I will post it as a homework for you. Okay, you can try doing it at home. Okay, அதை வீட்ல try பண்ணி பாருங்க. முடியுமான்னு பாருங்க. Just 3 more questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. Okay then, so we can wind up the session now. So, meet you all in the next year. Okay, so happy new year in advance to all of you.